Karin Show, where the mind, body, and heart meet the soul. Happy New Year. I'm so excited to be here with you with a new year, 2018. I feel really led to lead you guys through a clearing meditation to get rid of those things that don't serve you anymore from last year and to really make way for what is going to be new. Again, I'm going to be channeling most of this meditation, and I want you just to join me. So as I'm talking through the beginning notes here, I want you to find a really comfortable place. If there are any like crystals or gemstones or bells or singing bowls that make you feel safer or more grounded, please bring those in near you and go ahead and set yourself up on your, I've got my prayer cushion here, set yourself up in a safe place. It's really good to touch the ground and be grounded during these meditations. Just want to tell you real quick, I have rebranded my site. I want you to go to my site and see I've got a brand new mastermind course available and a new year-long monthly challenge for you to break the rules. My mastermind is called Root Down, Fire Up. It is found at drkarin.com, DOCTORKARIN.com. And my new Break the Rules challenge can also be found there. I've worked extremely hard on these courses. A lot of them are just fully channeled and fully messaged through by my guides, and I had so much divine inspiration when I was creating them. I'm creating them for you, and I fully intend on bringing the energy that I have learned to harness and to connect to over the past decade into your life and into your heart so that you can also find this quick connection. So right now, let's clear for 2018. This will not be a long meditation. I want you to be able to do it and feel really good and rebooted. And I'm wearing white, which represents kind of newness and purity, and I wore it for a reason. And I've got my stone here that's going to help me with my throat chakra because I've had a little cough. And we're going to hope that I'm cleared. Let's clear some things out for you today. I think it's super important that you kind of right now, before we get to clear them, I can feel spirit getting close. My ears are ringing. That's wonderful. If you're sensitive to energy, you might also hear some ringing in your ears. I'm going to ask that you get flooded with beautiful connection today as we're doing this interview. It's not an interview, it is a meditation. As we're doing this meditation. And I want you to just take a few deep breaths. And as we're doing that, I want you just to think about some of the things that have kind of held you down in 2017. Some of the things that were painful, confusing, that were really uncomfortable. We're not going to sit in them. I don't want you to pull up the feelings of them. I don't want to manifest or enhance them or expand them. I just want to recognize those for you because I want to do a ritualistic meditation on letting them go. Okay, we're going to ask Archangel Michael to help us. I've asked him to come in and help us with this meditation because he's super great at cutting cords. And I've asked Mother Mary and Kuan Yin to come and help us. And I've asked Archangel Michael to be the gatekeeper for us today. And my main guides, I ask that they are nearby. He and she are close, and that they inform me as I give this meditation to you. And I ask right now, angels and all energies, entities, and beings of the divine light of God, that you surround those that are listening. You surround them, that you clear their energy field right now of any energies, entities, or beings that are not of the white light of God and that do not serve their highest good, and that we ask that they leave now, go back to the place they call home, or go into the earth to be recycled for good. Ask that only those energies, entities, and beings that match the vibration of each individual and that are in their energy field to promote their highest good, that you are asked to come close to us. I ask that each one of our guardian angels, each one of our main guides, that you support each person that is listening, that you come up against them. Let them know that you're here. Pay attention to the energy that you're feeling. I ask that each one of our main angels just come up against our backs. Take a deep breath. I just want you to open and allow that angel that has worked with you since the day you were born to come in, come up against your back. Let its energy kind of melt into you. Please bring warmth to each person that is watching. Bring that warmth into their soul, into their heart. Let it radiate from you into them. Just open and allow that energy to come into you. I can feel mine coming in my back. They're always around you, whether or not you permit it or not. But when you permit it and allow it, you can have these beautiful sensations that are physical and spiritual kind of melting together, and they can let you know that that they're there. And if you're just feeling good and melty and peaceful, that's also your spirit telling you that these beings are close to you and they're here to work with you. Okay, I'm going to put my hands open. This is how I meditate on each one of my knees. I'm sitting in a lotus position on a prayer cushion. I'm going to go ahead and begin. As I begin, I ask that each one of our angels and guides surround us, and that you help us not to attract any energy that is negative or that promotes or expands any negative experiences that we had in the last year, but that the intention of this meditation is a ritual of clearing, is a ritual of new beginnings, and a ritual of clarifying the soul, the mind, body, and the heart. heart, and that we will be cleaner beings in the mind, body, heart, and soul when we get up from this meditation. And so it is. Okay, I want you just to name those things. You can say them out loud. We're not going to dive into them, but I want you to name the things just out loud so your angels know what those things were that held you back in 2017. Maybe it was a breakup. Maybe it was difficulty with one of your children. Maybe it was trouble at work. Maybe it was a fight you had with somebody. Let's just name it and keep it outside of your energy field. Don't let it in. Let's just keep it. I ask that you, the angels and guides right now, and that God create a white bubble around each person, and that you keep any of the emotion from these past experiences away from them, and only the positive experiences are allowed in. So let's keep those experiences outside of your bubble and just see them being there. Go ahead and name them. Let's just observe that they're there. They were there in 2017. They came into your field, your energy field, your life, because of lessons that you needed to learn. Your soul actually agreed to call them in. I know that's really hard to understand, but anything that we go through that's uncomfortable, that's challenging, is there to teach us a lesson, not to punish us. I don't mean to teach us a lesson because we've done something wrong, but it is there. Let me clarify that. I like the language more to help us clarify, to help us reboot. So those things help us more refine who we are and what we want in this world, and it helps us to either bring close to us those things that are good for us or release those things that are no longer serving us. It helps us know more about who we are as beings, and it helps us to refine our relationships and our desires, and to let go of things that are no longer supposed to be in our lives if we're paying attention to the way that we're feeling, which is our spiritual GPS. So now we have those things that we do not want in our life anymore. They're sitting outside of our energetic bubble of light. I ask that Archangel Michael come down to each one of us now, as each one of our guides stands as the gatekeeper also beside him, and that we are having energy work done on our bodies as we do this meditation and moving forward. We allow all of the angels and the beings that work with us now to up-level us as we're doing this meditation, that you work with us on a cellular level, and that we are being cleansed and purified. If you have water nearby, this is a good time to go ahead and take a sip. They use the water as kind of a transit system to purify you. Super important that you stay hydrated. Okay, we have those things that we want to let go outside of our bubble. Archangel Michael is here. He's regal. His energy is so strong and beautiful and loving. Archangel Michael, he's grinning at us. I ask that he loves that he's going to be a part of this for each one of you. He knows each one of you by name, and he's going to be in your space right now if you allow it. If you allow it, go ahead and say right now, yes, I allow it. Archangel Michael, for all of those individuals that allow this ritual of clearing, I ask that you go to them now, and that you, with your sword of clarification, your sword of cutting, that you see the cords that are between them and these experiences, them and these people, them and these feelings that are about the old, that are about 2017, and that you right now take your sword and that you cut the cords between them and the ties that are wrapped up with these experiences and these negative beliefs and these negative feelings about the self and these negative feelings about other people, and that all of those things that are not serving them, that are dark and weighty and confusing, that you now, as we take another deep breath, just cut those cords, take your sword, take your intention of breakage, and that you would just break each one of those binds around each one of the people that are here listening, that up and down, left to right, top to bottom, that each one of those cords is broken between you and those things that held you back in 2017, those things that might keep you still looking in the rearview mirror because you no longer are attached to those things. I want you to see them now as they're being cut. They become like anti-gravity, like they are in their own bubbles now. I ask Source that you wrap each one of those beliefs, feelings, faces, whatever it is, experiences that we are picturing floating away, that you wrap them each up in a bubble of white light, and that you take them, just see them floating gravity-free up into the heavens and into the white light of God, and that they are being taken and securely worked on and healed. God, I ask that you heal each one of those situations, that they are gone now. They're gone up into the heavens. They're gone up into the most ethereal place. And God, Source, the source of all love, the source of all healing, will be working on those negative feelings so that they can be worked out for you. And you know what? You can release them because they're not yours anymore. If you release them, say right now, yes, I do. And just see them being gone. You know what? You can't even see them anymore because they're gone. Picture the sky now just clear blue, clear white, and they are gone. They're out of your presence. Each time your mental monkey mind tries to bring them back into your memory field, just picture yourself putting them back into a bubble and letting them go, releasing any negative energy that you have around those feelings, those experiences that you had with other people, with maybe your family, maybe at work, maybe in your neighborhood, in your community, that you're releasing those feelings that are negative, that hold you down. And right now, just feel a lightness around you. Feel that you've just lost like 20 pounds because it's all floated up into the heavens. This is a moment of renewal. It's January 2018, and you are purified. You are purified from those things that were like black smudges on you from last year. You are whole. Your angels right now want to remind you that you are a whole, complete being, and that you no longer are bound to the narratives of the past. You no longer need to choose suffering. It is a choice. It is merely a choice. It is merely a belief system that has been ingrained in you, that you are somehow tied to the binds of your past, that somehow those knots of pain and misery must be owned by the self and owned by the soul, and it must somehow rest in your being, that you must somehow carry this pain into your now and into your future. You, loved ones, are no longer bound to those knots of pain. That is merely a choice that you have somehow convinced yourself of. You can choose right now in this moment, as you have been choosing, and as this loved one has helped you to choose, as Archangel Michael has helped you to release those feelings and those emotions and those negative beliefs about yourself, that you somehow are scarred or aren't worthwhile or are broken. You are not broken. You are a complete being. The year symbolizes a renewal for you. Accept that renewal. See the circle complete itself in your life. You are one. You have no beginning and no end. You also, as us, are an eternal being. You are eternally tied to the source of all love, eternally tied to a divine sacred power that was put as a seed in you at birth, and that is yours to reclaim any moment that you feel afraid or uncomfortable, and you see yourself as a complete, entire, whole being that is not tied to any guilt or any shame or to anything that happened last year or the year before, because those are narratives that no longer exist. They can disintegrate just like the sands of time going through an hourglass. They can fall to the bottom and no longer exist in the main compartment of your being. They can fall down into the earth and be absorbed by Mother Earth. All of the energy that is around you, below you, and above you is there for you to harness and for you to let absorb any negative feelings that you have from your past. Ask Mother Earth, as this one has been teaching you, to absorb any pain as you stand on her. You can send it through your feet. You can send any discomfort, any fear, any anxiety, any feeling of detachment, any feeling of isolation. Ground yourself into the earth and utilize her power to absorb any of the negative feelings and to resurrect and transform them into positive, grounded, stable, whole, complete feelings. Reach up to your God, reach up to your angels, reach up and ask that you are completely healed of any feelings of pain, of suffering, and that they no longer belong to you, and that you be renewed and clean and purified. They're showing me that you should picture right now just like a waterfall coming over. They're going to douse you now with a cleansing energy. They've asked that you allow it, that you open your hands right now in like an open form, and they are energetically going to wash over you with they're calling it a waterfall of energy, of cleansing energy. It is white, sparkly light. So take a deep breath and just feel it coming down from the heavens, going over your head, over your face, over your shoulders, over your midsection, over your core, over your legs. Just feel it coming down from heaven to cleanse you. And Mother Earth has asked that she can absorb anything, any residue that was left on you from the old pain that is no longer meant to serve you. And just let that be the final cleansing dose of energetic purification as it goes over you and as Mother Earth absorbs that liquid love and anything that does not serve you for 2018. Mother Mary asks that you take your feminine love and you just wrap us up in a blanket of love as we close this meditation. And you remind us that we are loved with so much maternal and paternal energy from you, and the source of all love, the source of all that is, and that we are a part of all that is. And in that power that we have inside of us, we can claim freedom and joy and happiness and detachment and oneness with all that is. Now put your hands to your heart and take another deep breath. And I want you to say to yourself, in completion of this circle of clarification, I love you. Say it one more time. I love you. And this is for yourself. I want you to breathe it in and let it go down into your soul as you feel the energy of your heart in your hands. I love you. Now open your eyes and be with me as we say goodbye, and know that the love that you have now received from your angels and guides and Source and Mother Earth, they are yours, and they are always yours to tap into. You are really surrounded right now. I can feel it. I feel all gooey and yummy and delicious right now because the energy of all those beings and angels and guides are around me, and they're around you. And you can sit in this as long as you want to, and you know what it's going to be with you throughout the day and throughout the year. They're going to want you to know that they're going to work on you as you sleep this entire week, and that they are going to be doing work in your dreams. And you can ask that only positive be worked on in your dreams as you go to sleep, or ask that Archangel Michael be by your bed, and that when you enter the dimension of sleep, that only work that it is of a positive experience be experienced in your dreams, so that you can cleanse and purify and have a good time in there. All right, may you have fun and freedom and joy this year, and I can't wait to see more of you. Remember, when you lead with your heart, you're always going the right way. See you next time.